Mental toughness is not about screaming, bleeding, and hoping your workout magically gets easier. The truth is, high intensity workouts do not break your body first, they break your mind. And if you've ever quit mid set, if you've ever felt your form collapse because your brain tapped out before your muscles did, then you do not need another pre workout powder, you need mental tools. Today, I'm breaking down the exact techniques you can use to push through brutal workouts without losing control, wrecking your form, or leaving strength on the table. Now, most people think toughness is just gritting your teeth and surviving. Wrong. That's caveman thinking. The strongest athletes, the ones who can hammer through 60-minute grinders or survive those who designed this torture CrossFit style sessions, aren't just physically built, they've got mental systems running in the background that keep their bodies from unraveling when their workout turns ugly. So this video is about those systems. No rah-rah motivational garbage, no believe in yourself pep talks. I'm talking about applied psychology, neuroscience, and battle-tested coaching tactics that keep you in the fight when most people fold. Let's dig into some of these. Your central nervous system has governors, safety valves, that throttle output when it thinks you are in danger. It's why you can grind out a 20 rep back squat but still have juice left to carry your groceries later. Your brain protects you from what it thinks is lethal effort, but lethal in training usually just means uncomfortable. This is called the central governor theory. The brain will downregulate muscle recruitment to conserve resources. Translation: your body's stronger than you think. Your limiter is upstairs. The moment you feel like you're done, recognize it's your brain sending false alarms. That burning sensation, lactate accumulation, and hydrogen ion buildup is not death knocking. Your heart racing, a signal, not a stop sign. You're capable of more. So your muscles aren't crying for help, your brain is crying for comfort. Now, when intensity does spike, your form will go first, and then breath is the trigger. Most lifters treat breathing like background noise. Wrong move. Breath control is mental control. Why? Because respiration is one of the only systems you can consciously override, and it directly influences your nervous system. Slow, diaphragmatic breaths trigger the parasympathetic nervous system. Quick, shallow breaths crank up your sympathetic side. If you're panicking mid-wad, it's because your breath is chaos. During high-intensity intervals, try the 2 in, 2 out. 2 strong inhales in, 2 forceful exhales out. Sync to movement. In strength work, brace with a full belly breath before each pull, then reset. I even use this in my trail running and ultra endurance. When I'm doing those long uphill grind battles up a massive 5-mile uphill, I will actually slow down my breathing to a diaphragmatic 4 in, 4 out. It actually calms me down and keeps me steady paced. It's not sexy, not Instagram worthy, but it's a leash on your nervous system. Control your breath, control your brain, control the weight. Another tactic is chunking. Here's where most athletes lose it. Staring down the whole workout like it's a Mount Everest. You see 5 rounds of 500-meter run, 300 wall balls, and 20 burpees, and immediately your brain whispers, nope. That's because humans are terrible at processing giant tasks under stress. The solution? Chunking. Instead of 5 rounds, it's just one 400-meter run, done. Now 30 wall balls, done. Now 20 burpees, done. Micro wins. Each chunk is survivable. Each chunk pulls you forward. And science will back that up. Breaking work into smaller achievable steps reduces its perceived effort and keeps your dopamine flowing. That's that neurochemical drip, keeps you chasing it. So stop asking, can I finish this workout? Start asking, can I do the next rep cleanly? Big workouts will break you, small reps will save you. Next tactic, cue stacking for form under stress. Mental tools aren't just about survival, they're about keeping form sharp when fatigue hits. The harder the workout, the dumber you get. Cognitive fatigue makes you forget cues. You know you should keep your chest up in a squat, but under round 4 of Fran, you're folded like a lawn chair. You know you should keep your chest up in a squat, but when you're doing 40 some reps of Fran, you're folding like a lawn chair. Cue stacking. Pick 1 or 2 priority cues and hammer them on repeat. For deadlifts, maybe it's lats tight, push to floor. For squats, knees out, chest proud. Repeat them like a broken record. Neurologically, repetition under fatigue wires those cues deeper. Your form survives because your brain stays on script. But don't overload your head with 20 different coaching points mid-set. Build a short script and stick to it. I do this a lot for swimming. Swimming has like about 80 different moves going on at the same bloody time, but I focus on 2 particularly. You don't rise to your best technique, you will fail to your rehearsed cues. Next tactic, self-talk that doesn't suck. Most people's inner dialogue is hot garbage. This hurts, I can't, I suck. Congrats, you just sabotaged yourself. But don't swing to the other extreme either. Shouting, I'm unstoppable, in the mirror isn't going to trick your central nervous system. Instructional self-talk beats motivational self-talk. Say, drive with legs, breathe, reset. It works. Saying I'm a warrior, not so much. Build a self talk script tied to performance, not vibes. Use short, sharp commands that direct action. Vibes don't move the bar, commands do. Next tactic, visualization that actually works. Visualizing gets a bad rap because people picture unicorns and affirmations. Forget that. The real weapon is motor imagery, mentally rehearsing an exact movement under stress. Neuroscience shows your motor cortex fires almost identically when you imagine a lift as when you perform it. That's free practice without the fatigue. So before a brutal set, visualize the bar path, the brace, the lockout, run the tape in your head. You're priming your nervous system to follow the script when chaos hits. Your brain is the first rep. Get that one right, and the body will follow. Seventh tactic, pain versus danger. Here's where a lot of lifters sabotage themselves, confusing pain with danger. Yes, discomfort sucks. Yes, your lungs on fire feel bad, but burning quads in a set of lunges is not your ACL tearing, and stabbing low back pain in sloppy deadlifts is not the same as muscular fatigue. The mental tool here is discrimination. Build awareness. Is this pain muscular fatigue or is it joint instability? One says push through, the other says stop. Learn your body's signals. Journal your workouts. Notice patterns. Don't lump every unpleasant sensation into injury. Learn the language of your body or stay illiterate in we. Tactic number 8. And this is one I love to use too myself, and I've talked about this on the channel a few times. Anchoring in the why. Mental toughness without purpose is just masochism. You need an anchor. When you're deep in a workout and your brain says quit, you need a why that's stronger than the discomfort. Maybe it's proving you're not done at 40. Maybe it's training so you can carry your kid on a hike. Maybe it's being the guy who doesn't break. Before you go into a hard session, remember yourself of the anchor. Write it, say it, burn it into your head. When the pain spikes, pull it up like ammo. Your why is the fuel when your lungs are empty. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the hardest workout that's ever broken? Drop it in the comments. Don't hold back. Let's see which ones were real tests and which ones were just excuses. The algorithm loves pain stories, so give it a fuel. At the end of the day, the strongest athletes aren't the ones with the biggest biceps or the fastest Fran times. They're the ones who build mental systems that keep them in control when everything hurts, when fatigue blurs your vision, when the easy choices is to drop the bar. This is Dr. Matt, and we are grit and determined.